was a pregnant teenager.
Okay.
I did give up that baby for adoption. And
Okay.
the impact it has on that mother, it has caused me.
If you could erase all your mental health right now, but all you would have to do is kill your daughter or your son,
Play with her.
would it have been better if instead of doing that, the church just decided to kill you instead? Your mind is only going to change when you accept Christ. I feel like I saw you at and you said that you supported abortion. Consider the abolitionist position on abortion. It's different than pro-life. You might not be aware, but hi.
Hi, I'm very pro-women's choice.
Okay, why is that? What do you
Don't
like?
need to get
What
into it with you.
choice to do what?
I want women to have the healthcare choice thing.
Choice to. You got to end the sentence. To murder an unborn child.
I do.
Has your mind changed?
No, and
No.
it won't.
Why?
No, here's why. I was a pregnant teenager. I
Okay.
did give up that baby for adoption. And
Okay.
the impact it has on that mother, it has caused me. And it was a rape. So I don't know if that makes a difference for you. I was 15 years old.
Okay.
And I have lived with extreme PTSD because of giving that baby up. And there was zero support for me. The churches rejected me. I can't hear it. And the other thing I had...
Why would the churches reject you? That's terrible.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But think about what...
I'm so glad that you saved your baby, though. That's wonderful.
Well, that's what people say to me. But they don't care about the impact it had on my life. And so life is life. And my life is as important as that person. I'll tell you another thing that happened.
So if you could kill her right now to take away your PTSD.
Stop with the word kill.
What is it? I was just proposing a hypothetical.
Stop with the word kill, because it is about me making a medical decision, and I didn't make that. I just think people should have the decision. Here's another decision I faced this year. I had a daughter that was pregnant at 7 months. She had a medical complication in this state. Now, it didn't result in us having to go out of state to deal with it, but in the state of Ohio, her life would have not been as important as that child's life. And so we take away this mother from her other child because we think that little life is more important than the mother's.
Before
we have to make a decision.
Before your daughter had an abortion, did you support it? Oh, she didn't.
No, she didn't.
Oh, she just kept the baby.
Yes, but we had to face. No, she lived through it. She was having gallbladder issues.
Okay.
And she was in extraordinary pain, but we had to face the decision. If her body couldn't continue this pregnancy, what do we do?
Yeah.
And at 7 months, you would tell me we're killing that baby. If I had to do it to save my daughter, it would not be a choice.
Well, the question is what does going in and literally ripping the baby apart limb from limb at 7 months you would have to.
And what
does that do? What does that no. What does that do immediately to save her life? Because especially in the...
I don't know if it would have come to that. See, I don't know if it would have come to that. So we don't know. But well,
I can tell you that medically speaking, a C-section, especially that far along, is more safe than driving in Georgia.
And that could have been what happened. But the problem we had... that's right.
Okay.
That could have happened.
Okay.
And if that did happen, that's great.
Okay.
But what if it doesn't? What about those cases where it doesn't? It needs to be a choice of the person involved.
So abortion is just the intentional going in and preventing a live birth.
Yes, it is.
Abortion is not, like, for instance, saving someone from cancer with chemo treatment and the baby dying as a result of that chemo treatment. That is indirect, and the goal of the chemo is to save the mother.
That's right. That's
so that is not abortion.
But in this state, we can't do that.
You can't get chemo treatment for cancer.
You cannot get the risk to the doctors is too large for them to make the decision to save that mother's life over the babies. They wouldn't have a choice. They wouldn't have a choice.
There's no way in the state of, because I could stand outside an abortion clinic, and I have just 15 minutes down the road, where they are killing babies constantly going in, killing the baby. These mothers are perfectly fine, and there's nothing wrong with them.
I can't
kill a baby and
for them. I can't make a decision for them, but what I can tell you is that it's not as simple as what you're saying.
But
not as
if it's human life, it is as simple as what
No.
I'm saying.
So-
You can't
so
kill someone. Could
Is
you?
my mental health not important?
If you could erase all your mental health right now, but all you would have to do is kill your daughter or your son,
I think
whoever,
I have to. You have no idea.
you would
I
put them
was-
to death.
Wait a second. I was unable to hold any other child I had ever. Was unable to hold them. That is a huge price to pay.
Okay, so your own mental struggles are worth justifying killing someone,
My
putting
own
someone to death.
mental health. Okay, given the position I had at the time, I would not have made a different decision for me. Given the position I have now, I would have. And it's because
You would have removed life from that now living human being, your own offspring,
Yep, I
who
would
is
have.
now living,
I would have.
and you would kill them even now if it could remove your PTSD.
You have no idea how severe this is. You've none.
I just so happen
Okay, what
to
if
be
it was
I just so happen to be very, very, very close to someone who was raped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. I mean, everybody has a different story.
My position on it is that the rapist should be put to death,
Absolutely.
not the child.
That's not what we do.
We shouldn't punish the child for the sins of its father.
But you're punishing the mother to make her have to do that?
I am not punishing the mother. I am simply saying we cannot kill the child just because of something. As soon as that conception happens,
it's not a child at conception.
it is.
It's not. It's not.
It is. Okay.
It is not
When
viable.
does the magic happen?
I would
When does the magic happen?
You know, when it's viable. And
When
we
it's
don't
viable?
we don't have, certainly 6 months.
A 4-month-old isn't viable. My 2-year-old isn't viable. He wouldn't live on his own without me and
But
me
he
and my
could live
wife.
with someone else's help.
He could live with someone else's help, but parents have a duty to their children, do they not? Do parents not have a duty to take care of their own children? Like neglect laws. So for instance, if a mother left her child in the closet with no food, no water, nothing, and that child died, she should be charged with murder, shouldn't she?
In a perfect world, they do. In a perfect world, they do. But the amount of neglect that happens in this country is astronomical.
Okay, and that's wrong, right?
It's wrong, but that
Okay, so what gives anyone the right to neglect their child to death in the womb?
we're not going to agree on this.
But it's a well,
It's not because
it doesn't
it's
change the
about
truth
life.
though. Even if you don't agree with me, it doesn't change the truth.
Well,
Change the truth, because viability, nothing. You look into any scientific textbook, life is not defined as what's viable. That's not what life is
Then
at all.
What you're saying is anyone that's had IVF treatments or
100%.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. That's horrible. They're killing little human beings. You hear the testimony of people who, they're like, I was frozen for 17 years until someone adopted me. IVF is putting tons of children to death. And you know what they do? They have enough information. They're like, oh, I don't want a girl. Okay, kill that
I don't know
kill that baby.
so I can't speak to that.
Well, I can, because I have family members who have had it done.
Yeah, I don't have any information.
They don't want any sort of mental retardation. They don't want any sort of medical issues, and they can test for all of that from the beginning. Why? Because once you are conceived, you are a human.
I wish you. I am sorry this is your position. I feel very firm in mine. I am not. It is not about
Yeah,
killing.
firm
It
enough
is
to
about
kill
mine.
your own child.
No, that's not true.
Yeah,
It
if you
is-
would go back in time, you would kill your child. And I asked you if you'd kill him now to get rid of your PTSD, and you said you would. It doesn't, murder, adding an evil on top of an evil doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anything.
I find it fascinating that I should suffer. I should suffer a lifelong disability when that could have been very different.
I suffer lifelong having to care for my children because I've had my children. that doesn't give me any right to put them to death.
That's not true. That's not true.
I don't
it's
suffer?
Not the same. No, it's not the same. I have 3 children. It is not the same.
It's sure. It's not. I mean, they're different. PTSD is different than caring for a child. Yes, but the point is
And
that
add on top
it's
of that,
never
caring for a child.
it's never
No,
just. It's never just to say I'm going to suffer so I can kill someone else.
No,
Because there's a lot of people who have justified murder of born people
but cancer,
because of that.
Cancer treatment is okay to save the person. How can that be different than what I'm talking about?
Because abortion is going in and intentionally with the intention of I'm going to kill this child before it comes out. You look up the CDC definition. That is what abortion is. That's what goes on in abortion clinics. They're killing the child and they're removing it.
Well, we're talking about a difference of semantics here.
It's not.
And
It's not semantics.
I won't agree with you. I won't. And I've lived it. I'm
Okay.
not coming from a place of not having lived it. I'm not coming from a place of, I'm coming from a very solid ground.
I am sorry that you got raped, and I am sorry that our government is so heinous
And you're
that
sorry
it's not
that
gonna.
our churches are so ugly about it? Was
Yeah, I don't know your.
accepted?
I don't know your specific situation,
No, I
but
was
that sounds
seen as
bad.
a slut. I was.
Okay.
It was devastating to my entire life that you have rejection from everything.
Okay.
I had a friend whose mother said you can't play with her.
Would it have been better if instead of doing that, the church just decided to kill you instead?
You have a good day.
To save you from trauma in the future?
Wishing you the best. I really am.
There's forgiveness in Christ, ma'am. And look, your mind is only going to change when you accept Christ.
You don't know my religious beliefs.
Well, if you're a Christian, then you should 100% believe that life begins in the womb. If you believe in the Bible, I can tell you like 7 different verses.
Yep.
He formed you in your mother's womb, ma'am.